A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to UBC Lunchtime News on this 22nd day of February 2024. I'm Loreen Masika Kazimoto. We start off this news bulletin with our first headlining story this afternoon. His Excellency Malik Agar, the Deputy Chairman of the Transitional Sovereignty Council of the Republic of the Sudan, laid a delegation to meet and deliver a special message from His Excellency Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the Chairman of the Transitional Sovereignty Council of the Sudan, to President Museveni at State House Entebbe. President Museveni reiterated his message to the fighting forces in Sudan, urging them to cease fire, hold peaceful elections, and grant power to the people of Sudan to elect their own leaders. He also emphasized the need for all stakeholders in the war to come together, engage in dialogue on the problem, and argued that once the problem is identified, it becomes easier to isolate it and bring about peace in the country. The two leaders agreed on a proposed framework within which to resolve the crisis in the Sudan. His Excellency Malik informed President Museveni that His Excellency Abdel Fattah al-Burhan is willing to participate in the peace process in the Republic of Sudan, as conditions are favorable for the people of Sudan. Now, the two-day National Symposium on the Transitional Justice Policy ended at Golf Course Hotel in Kampala. Ministries of Justice and Constitutional Affairs and Internal Affairs, in partnership with the Makerere University-based Refugee Law Project, together with various department partners, are behind the policy which Uganda adopted in 2019.
This transitional justice policy of Uganda is really a policy framework to mark the beginning of closure to a painful past, closure that marks the beginning of new imagination for a new Uganda, imagination for new relationships that are restored and rebuilt, so that we have a reconciled country, a prosperous country with increasing opportunities for everyone.
How can we build a new national consensus which is superior to the one of Lancaster House, superior to the one of Moshi, superior to the one of Luwero, and even better than our staggering constitution? So, you are all now disciples of hope.
Experts from the 12 IGAD member states in climate prediction and partners have released the March to May 2024 seasonal forecast, which indicates higher probabilities of weather by normal conditions across most parts of the Greater Horn of Africa in Kenya, Somalia, southern Ethiopia, South Sudan, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda, and northwestern Tanzania. During the 66th Greater Horn of Africa Climate Outlook, climate experts revealed that the rainfall is likely to impact agriculture and have advised farmers to maximize cultivation.
A huge amount of rainfall.
Due to the increased rainfall recorded in October to December 2023 season, along with the forecast for wetter than normal conditions for the coming season, there is an elevated risk of landing areas prone to floods. The forecast underscores the urgency for coordinated action and preparedness, emphasizing the need for proactive measures to mitigate potential impacts and capitalize on opportunities presented by the forecast rainfall. Let us unite in our commitment to leveraging climate information for resilient and sustainable development across our region.
I am aware at the beginning of every year and every major rainfall season, The ICPAC, in collaboration with the National Meteorological and Hydrological Services and partners, usually organize the Regional Climate Outlook Forum, in which providers of climate services, researchers, and users from key socio-economic sectors and decision makers come together and discuss the potential impacts of the consensus regional climate outlook and formulate mitigation strategies for disaster risk reduction, as well as take advantage of favorable climate outlooks. I am informed the performance of the September to December 2023 rainfall in the region was greatly enhanced as a result of the El Nino phenomenon.
I would like also to inform all Ugandans that much has been received and we released the regional forecast for March to May season. Uganda National Meteorological Authority will downscale the forecast and officially release the national climate outlook for March, April, and May. This will be done before the season starts.
Thank you very, very much. That's important. And
Buganda Kingdom Katikiro Charles Peter Mayiga has emphasized the kingdom's gospel and coffee growing project dubbed Emwanyi Terimba. Mayiga was concluding his visit to Buwekula, during which he visited different coffee growers with whom he shared more about the cash crop. We have details in this report.
Buganda Kingdom has played a complementary role with government, targeting the fight against poverty. The kingdom does this through many projects, but none as pronounced as the coffee project dubbed Emwanyi Terimba, which is an initiative the Katikiro Charles Peter Mayiga preaches everywhere he goes.
Kino kitegeeza nti omuntu wa bulijjo nga mmwe abantu nuulidde alina obulamu obulungi, asula bulungi, alya bulungi, abaana balya emmere ne bakkuta, abaana bagenda ku ssomero ne basoma, bwe mulwala musobola okufuna eddagala. Ekyo kye kitegeeza Buganda okudda ku ntikko.
In Buwekula County, the Katikiro met individual coffee farmers before addressing a mammoth gathering at an exhibition in Kasana, Buwekula South.
Today, this visit has been very important for us because we see a display of different companies, different organizations who have come to show our people that indeed agriculture is the backbone of this country. And one of the areas where the Katikiro has been emphasizing is the area of growing coffee in this area, in Buwekula in particular. I want to call upon our people that it is true indeed nti Emwanyi Terimba.
The exhibition that attracted regional farmer organizations like Crop Champion, Rainbow and Natigo Farm was also graced by area leaders.
He has visited a number of farmers and he ended up visiting a cooperative which is called Agalia, Chitenga Agalia Coffee Farmers Association.
Rainbow Company Limited ina amadagala mangi nnyo gali gagendereddwa nnyo okulaba ebirime byaffe ebitaataaganyizibwa kirwadde, muddo na biwuka.
Police in Busia are holding a one Pamba Moses on allegations of impersonation and receiving 20 million shillings meant for Busia municipality tailoring Emyoga Sacco, and went on in hiding in Bungoma, Kenya. Now, according to Ocheng Michael, Sacco chairman, says Pamba collected the money in 2021 disguising as a member. One of the leaders, Grace Kanuna, says that Busia residents are taking the advantage of being at the border, so after receiving the funds, they cross and hide in Kenya.
the so-called Pastor Pamba Moses got a Myoga funds from Busia Municipality Tailors Circle worth 20 million. Then after acquiring that money, he shifted from Busia and went and relocated himself in Kenya. So since then, I've been tracking him, but it has been a bit a challenge because now the contacts that we used to have, he switched them off. But he has been communicating with a few people here in Busia. We try to recover maybe the youth livelihood money the youth, they say, have crossed to Kenya. But now we are saying, we don't deny you from crossing to Kenya, but bring back our money so that even others can utilize it. So what we are doing, good enough, we have a very good working relationship with our counterparts in Kenya. So we are in touch. Whoever we discover that is in Kenya, we are working closely with the security team of Kenya so that we bring them back here, like we have done today. He was in Kenya, but we were able to track him, then he has been arrested. So similarly, I want to take this opportunity to call upon whoever knows that he benefited from Myoga and any other government program, willingly bring back the money so that even others can benefit out.
Nikalipa 2.8. Hata nisidi nitazako ya ratisi. Sasa nikaanza kwa account, nikikuja nikaweka 1 million, nikakuja nikaweka 1 million, nikaweka 800.
Kwa nini umekimbia?
Sasa maisha nilikuwa ngumu. Simba yani nilikimbia, nilikuwa nimeenda kukaa huko nitafute pesa, nilikuja nifanye kazi.
Nesa baloni according to the members request. Kati baba bamaze kusaba baloni kati tukwata sente ezo ne tuweereza leaders of association bagende bagabire banabo ngabo basabye sente. Kati ekikwatagana kupamba yakwata sente n'atwala muki mu association ye. Kati association ye kati bwe yatuka mu association teyatuleetera report nga bwazigabye. Kati okubuuza ko ba member nti takola ki nti tabawangako sente milioni 18.
UBC Lunchtime News. Now a total of 3,557 women in Kagadi and Kakumira districts were screened for cervical cancer and over 150 treated after being diagnosed with the human papillomavirus HPV.
Now the community has been awakened for these services. For this period, 2 years, we have screened over 3,557 women, and among them, we have treated 155 women who had precancerous lesions, and we have referred women around 46 who had different cases. Others were cancer suspects.
Continue with this partnership, share the few resources we have, but I think the biggest resources are that we trust one another, that we are doing work with integrity and honesty, and that we are building relationship, and more than anything else, we love what we are doing and the people we are serving.
Offering this service to the best. We had other IPs providing cancer screening, but it was only limited to HIV positive mothers, leaving out the other mothers who equally have similar risk. Now when this program came in, it was all inclusive. All mothers were catered for. And we see a big improvement because there have been robust in mobilization of the stakeholders, including the VHTs.
After 3 years, you're supposed to go for the screening, such that in case you have that problem, you have that infection, it can be detected at an early stage, and then you're in position to get treated. Don't wait first to see the signs and the symptoms, and that is when you think of going for the treatment or the screening. But instead, as someone who takes care of your life, of your health, please be informed about your health. Cervical cancer screening, they feel pain. I myself, I've ever done it. I've ever been screened for cervical cancer, but we don't feel pain when we are being screened, and we don't remove the uterus as the way how I always hear mothers saying in the communities that they remove the uterus, they put it outside, and there is a lot of pain. But me, I'm assuring you that we don't feel any pain when we are being screened.
UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, but we return with more stories. Don't move an inch.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
As Uganda and as UBTS, we are hosting a high-level scientific blood transplant congress from the 4th to the 7th of March at Peak Resort, Munyonyo. I call upon everybody to come and attend this important congress where we shall share knowledge, expertise, and new innovations in the field of blood.
Amazina ntino Mchisha Grace Chibina baracheta Nyabare Women's Goats Rearing Group.
My name is Tino Mchisha Grace and I am part of Nyabare Women Goats Rearing Group, consisting of 30 women. We initially started with a plan to rear goats, but we faced some financial constraints. Fortunately, the IWEP program came to our aid. With the funds we received, we were able to purchase 30 goats.
Twaprayinga twakora ibiri kugendererwaho byona sente twazitunga twagura embuzi 30 twarwanisa kugira ngo tushashure esente ezo.
We were determined to repay the loan even if it meant not making any profits initially. As the goats started giving birth, we sold the offsprings. A portion of the earnings was deposited into the bank and the balance was shared among our members to improve their living standards.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja, a documentary film about our unity as Ugandans and Africans.
Bunyoro would have simply created an East African community that we are looking for today.
The rulers of Bunyoro are actually Luos.
We people who live across the Nile, we are so related from our myth or from just the Nile.
We are the same people and genetically we are even the same people.
We are similar people.
We are one.
Pamoja, we are one.
Use that word, pamoja.
Premiering every week from 3rd February to June 2024 at the National Theatre and Indere Center. Daily screenings are from 4th February to June 2024 at Ham Cinemax and the National Theatre. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripisi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Welcome back from that break. And now in more news this afternoon, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development through Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited has commissioned the 132 kV Gulu Agago transmission project to provide reliable power in the West Nile and northern Uganda for socio-economic transformation. While commissioning this project, State Minister for Energy Sidronius Okasai Opolot disclosed approved amendments in power purchase agreements.
Of power in Gulu. Even yesterday, wherever I stayed, there was flickering lights. Let's watch for a change for a better.
The situation in the northern region of Uganda in the districts of Kole, Gulu, and the neighboring areas was characterized by poor reliability and low quality. These areas were supplied by a 33 kV line from the Lira substation, which resulted in high technical losses, coupled with frequent power interruptions. Therefore, this project will provide the adequate transmission infrastructure to meet the power supply needs of the northern part of Uganda. Will also save the government of Uganda deemed energy costs that have been roughly $2.5 million every month. The government of Uganda directly financed supervision, land acquisition, resettlement action plan costs. In addition to the project we are commissioning today, KfW is also providing loan financing for the construction of the 220 kV Masaka-Mbarara transmission line, which will soon commence once we complete the procurement.
Government via KfW joined the Ministry of or the government of Uganda in this endeavor, especially with this very successful Get Fit program, which contributed significantly to the generation.
Approved unless transmission is integrated. These two are critical. The ministry has actually come out and cabinet clearly that no new power purchase agreements will be signed with clauses of deemed energy clauses. From the experience that we have had from here, the amount of money we paid out on this one, $2.5 million per month is a lesson.
Anwar Douglas, we have Nyeko Joffrey, and those are some of the people whom their issues are not yet settled.
Many times, the people who are affected by the projects.
The government of Japan has donated 2,000 metric tons of rice worth 8.5 billion towards the provision of hot meals to new refugee arrivals in West Nile and southwest regions of Uganda. The project grant will be implemented by World Food Programme in 2024 and 2025 to 50,000 new refugees. This was in agreement signed between the Japanese Embassy and the World Food Programme, witnessed by the Minister of Relief and Disaster Preparedness, Engineer Hilary Onek.
It is an international program where the world must come to help us feed the refugees or look after them. And that's why on that vein I appreciated the gesture of Japan the Japanese consistently have been improving their support for refugees, which I'm very grateful to the government of Japan and the people of Japan for that. That the volume is not still sufficient. It's only providing approximately only 1 meal a day, which is not sufficient. So that the refugees then are forced to cut corners and maybe also go around and do other things. Some refugee girls are doing prostitution, and that is not acceptable, to earn some little money to survive. And then some go into really stealing from people's gardens and things like that, just also to survive, to live. And I think I'm pleading to the world to help us feed this future.
That the future vision is for all refugees and displaced persons to be able to talk about their dreams and work hard to make their dreams come true. Furthermore, we have to say that the food prices have continued to go up due to the Russian aggression against Ukraine, and it has worsened the situation of food and energy in the world. Access to affordable, safe, and nutritious food for all people and overcoming the vulnerability of the global food system are urgent issues. It is to tackle these challenges that we are signing the exchange notes today. And I believe that our cooperation with WFP will surely play a part of a crucial role in solving this difficult issue.
For the next year or two. It's worth noting that the new arrivals continue. In 2023 we had over 130,000 new refugees in Uganda, and just in January this year we've had another 9,000. So the needs are not going away. We've discussed how this contribution comes at a time when WFP is financially constrained and providing historically low rations to refugees, which makes this contribution even more welcome.
And now into the world of sports. The Uganda Olympic Committee has hosted its 8th graduation ceremony for participants that partook of sports administration courses in 2023. We have more details.
The lack of quality sports administrators in Uganda is fast becoming history following efforts by Uganda Olympic Committee. This Uganda Olympic Committee is achieving through sports administrator and advanced sports management courses, whose 2023 cohort has graduated. There were 55 graduates in the sports administrator course, while 53 completed the advanced sports management course that had a good female presence.
As the Uganda Olympic Committee, we like to see more involvement of women, because we've seen women as athletes, we've seen women in other areas. We want to see women in administration. And of course, this is one of the strategies we have to ensure there's parity of women in management of sports. You cannot have a woman who does not have the knowledge to manage a sports organization.
Uganda Olympic Committee President Dr. Donald Rukare preached integrity, character and honesty, and also advised the graduates to spend time growing sport rather than in conflict resolution.
It's through acquiring skills and knowledge that sports in Uganda can be managed professionally. And we congratulate all the graduates, and we call upon all sports administrators in the clubs, in the schools, in the associations and federations to come and attend these courses here at the Uganda Olympic Committee, because it's through building capacity that we believe sports in Uganda can go forward.
The graduates underwent course units like governance, marketing, financial management, human resource management, and organization of events. Malek Graham Tumwesije was the best male graduate, with Immaculate Ninsima topping the females and the overall class.
Actually, I'm so happy because this is a great milestone. I was inspired by the fact that I want to be better. I want to be better not only as a woman but as an overall.
Already, this course is helpful in terms of good governance and proper management, day-to-day management of our association. It helps you articulate what it means to be a leader, the best practices of leadership.
Uganda Olympic Committee has since inauguration of the sports administrator courses 8 years ago passed out more than 2,000 beneficiaries, some of whom have pursued further studies.
I think it's been an exciting journey over the last 8 years since we started these programs, and I'm super excited to see so many and more people getting involved in the courses, and we anticipate that we shall have more and more people coming to enroll for the advanced sports management courses as well as the certificates in sports administration.
Well, that wraps it right here in UBC Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for your company. I'm Laureen Masika Kazimoto. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.